Hello, everyone. I have a story to read to you today just for fun. It's called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Oh, that doesn't sound very good, does it? Have you ever had a bad day? Things just didn't seem like they were going your way. You got in trouble, or you lost your favorite toy, or your brother or your sister was picking on you. Let's see what happens to Alexander in this terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. The author who wrote the words is Judith Viorst, and the illustrator who drew the pictures is Ray Cruz. So let's see what happens. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth. And now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard by mistake and I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh no. Rough start already. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, what do you think he found? All he found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have the seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be carsick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of a sailboat better than my picture of an invisible castle. At singing time, she said I was too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off of the cone and lands in Australia. Oh, he sounds very upset about this. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mom forgot to pack dessert? That's right, his mom forgot to pack him a dessert. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields, he found a cavity, just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I'm going to Australia. Do you think going to Australia is going to make his day any better? I don't know. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to get to the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then I started crying because of the mud, and Nick said I was a crybaby. Things just aren't going his way, are they? And while I was pushing Nick for saying I was a crybaby, my mom came back to the car and she scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I said. Nobody even answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes, and Nick chose red ones with white stripes, and I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said that I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was as careful as I could, except for my elbow. And he also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I might have called Australia. My dad said, "Please don't pick him up anymore." It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV. I hate kissing. My bath was too hot, and I got soap in my eyes, and my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow that he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not me. And it has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom said, some days are like that. Even in Australia. So you know what? Sometimes we all have bad days. Sometimes you have a bad day. Sometimes I have a bad day. Sometimes mom and dad have a bad day. Sometimes your sisters and brothers have bad days. But you know what? It's one day. And we can change our day, or we can just take a deep breath. Remember, in, out, what do we say? Hakuna Matata. Because the next day is going to be better. And no matter what, just keep looking forward. Keep trying to be the good kids I know you know how to be. And if you have a bad day, you have a bad day. We all do. Let's make the next day good. So that was my story about Alexander. And I bet you anything, he's going to have a better day tomorrow. So hopefully you all had a good day today. And I miss you so, so, so much. I can't wait till we're all back. And I love you guys. I will see you soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.